Hello and welcome back. I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our campaign in Imperator. We're playing as Phrygia. All right, so we're gonna have to deal with this this Egyptian army situation. These troops are a little too tough to deal with just pure light cav. So I'm gonna go ahead and send a gift to Scythia. And also I noticed that our character has room for one more friend. Yay, friends! Also, how popular are we right now? Popular is at 58. Can we afford to hold games? 290 personal ducats to gain 15 popularity. That's a lot of money. Scythia, I want to make friends with your ruler, who is currently 61 and not dying. So we're going to spend some points to make friends with that guy. And hopefully we can become happy-ish with them enough in order to gain access to some horse archers. Let's have these troops head over to back to our lands. Let's actually fall behind some of these spots for a bit. I'm waiting for some of the troops to come down and arrive. It's 68 pops in our capital city before. Antigonia now has 73. I started building a new marketplace between episodes. So lots of slaves coming in. They're not very happy for some reason. I mean, it's just slavery. I mean, it's a big deal. It's just slavery. Laws-wise, there was a law I wanted to change, and that was... We probably should switch over a bunch of these laws, like... I don't really need national tax. Money is pretty good. That's with high maintenance on. In fact, since we're not going to be doing battle for a while, I'm going to go down to medium maintenance. But, right, back to laws. There was a national unrest law that I wanted to change. Naval morale recovery. Now that's just stupid. Like, I don't need that. National commerce income plus 20 at the cost of pirate spawn chance. Well, we make a lot of money from national commerce, so that actually might be worthwhile. Like, pirates aren't a big deal. We have a significant navy. Slaves needed for surplus reduction. Citizen promotion cost. That would be nice. But there was one in particular, I don't remember what it was, that I wanted now. National manpower reduction is not ideal. I think it was the unrest that I was looking for. Omen duration. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take national unrest -1. AI against AI, suffering some pretty good attrition there. We occupied their fort. Of course, I deleted that fort, and now we're going to have to deal with that army coming at us. But let's fall back to some adjacent locations. Gladiator. Sure, I'll do that too. We've got a couple armies that are on the march down. Found some heavy infantry up there. Got some archers and heavy infantry. I left behind the miscellaneous, like, light infantry. Or light cav, rather. Lose oratory power, religious power. I will choose to lose religious power. I'm gonna make that friend. He has now got 13 opinion of us. So if he becomes our friend, you look at your existing friends, their opinion of you, their opinion. They don't have personal opinion. Nations, though, the nation itself, you get, I think it's either 25 or 50 opinion if you're friends with their ruler. So that's my goal right now. Okay, so we've become friends. Which means Scythia's got friend with ruler plus 25, sent a gift plus 24, improved relations plus 38. And what we're hoping for then is... preferably somewhere down here where I can train troops close by. If we have a spare trade slot in, like, preferably a larger one. I want to train a bunch of them. We do... Let's see about maybe Galilee. Trade for steppe horses. Thank you for the horses, Scythia. We will then train... Apparently 9. Why horse archers? Well, Because they're amazing. For the same reasons that I like light horses. Army movement speed 4, maneuver plus 3. These guys have army movement speed 4, maneuver of 5. Holy crap, they can target 11 different units. The one in front of them plus 5 to the left, 5 to the right. And then most importantly, look in the tooltip there, damage versus heavy infantry plus 25. So these guys are basically going to be what we use then to pick off those heavy infantry. So we'll start using a mixed composition now that we have access to some other types of horses. Unfortunately, we don't have modifiers to the horse archer discipline. The light cav discipline is only, this only affects the light cav. But the horse archers should always be deployed on the flanks and hopefully not be taking any damage anyway. We also have a few heavy infantry that we can bring down and add to the mix as well. Alright, let's go back up to full maintenance. And I don't think that's enough men. I know that we have very low manpower at the moment, but let's think about this for a second. If the horse archers can flank, let's think about them like in the context of EU4. If they're like cavalry in EU4, but they have a flanking ability of 5, I want to have at least 10, and I just trained 9. If I have a single primary combat stack, I would want to have exactly 10. But manpower is manpower whether they're taking damage or not. So unless they... Does anyone do bonus damage versus horse archers? Heavy infantry do reduced damage versus horse archers. Heavy cav do neutral damage to horse archers. Chariots have minus 50. Camels do a little bit of bonus. Looks like the only real strongish counter to horse archers is light cav. But we already have that in abundance. Heck, even elephants do reduce damage to horse archers. So I think we're just gonna train up another, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the 9 I built. Makes 14. Let's go up to like 16. Just train more. I want to have 20. I want to have 2 combat stacks, I think. Tributary influx. Salamis gets population influx and Jewish Hebrew citizens appear. I'd rather have the money, honestly. I don't want to have a bunch of... I almost just said it. I don't want to have a bunch of Jews in my country. Oh, that's just awful. Why would you say this, Arumba? Alright, so we have 10 light cav, 8 horse archers. Oh, I thought I was training groups of 9. Not groups of 8. Apparently I'm only training 8 at a time. Alright, that's actually kind of perfect then. Ish. Alright, so let's talk about this thing a little bit. Preferred size of flank. This is the amount of cohorts that this army will attempt to place on the flanks. Alright, so let's leave that at 5, because I don't really understand what it actually does. Primary cohort in our compositions then is actually going to be the... put heavy infantry in the middle, and then... Well, actually, realistically, I'm not going to be using heavy infantry. I'm just going to keep using our horses. So we'll do light cav in the primary. Secondary can be the... This is the type of cohort that will be in the second row, and will engage the enemy after the primary cohorts have fled. We'll put the secondaries as the heavy infantry to hold and make sure we win the battle, and then the flankers will be the horse archers. Hopefully that is how you're supposed to do that. I don't really know. Let's pull over another stack, and actually I want to make sure we just have enough. There's that horse archer. He got hidden in there. I am training groups of 9. Alright, so in theory, if we fight all of these troops, we're going to want to have a pretty solid number of troops available. We got 3 leaders with 10 pips. Let's have these guys go join. Let's have these guys come down here and join. And this next wave of horse archers. Alright, let's get forced march off of that army. They were countering phalanx with envelopment. So, to counter envelopment, the boar, we need to use shock action, which is basically just heavy infantry. At the very least, we could do something that counters... You know what? I think I'm going to deploy with 2 armies. Attrition's getting pretty high here. 5% of 40,000. That's like 2,000 manpower a month just to have this army sitting around. We can split it in half. So I'm going to go half, go to there. Suffering 5% on that army still, but... Alright, so I'm going to go with this stack first. We want them to arrive on the 14th. Let's go down to speed 4. This army does not have full morale. It'd be good if we could wait 2 more months. Or I'll just pay the points. I'll pay the points, and hell, I'll even pay the manpower. I just want to have this army ready to go. Get all the way up to max morale. Okay, monthly tick happens. Let's have this army engage. They're going to use what I think is the right tactic, just like shock action. Okay, we're getting there on the January the 6th. Let's turn off this thing. Let's march January the 16th, January the 12th. So 6 days of combat without the primary army is not ideal, but okay. Heavy infantry discipline bonus. That sounds like a good thing to have right now. And then this army is going to come in and use whatever tactic is actually proper. So we're going to go until the battle started. We can see that they're using shock action, so now we know for sure we can counter shock action with whichever one gives us the best bonus, which is actually going to be phalanx. And we'll go until like the 11th, and then turn off forced march just so we're not suffering extra attrition. Now we're using, wait, why is it saying... Okay, they actually switched to envelopment, but we're using shock. Alright, whatever, it's fine. Oh, that's right, that's right. In order to use the strat, you have to send in a secondary... The primary leader has to go with a lower martial skill than the first leader. So, if I send in like a 9 martial guy and a 10 martial guy following him a day later, then you can switch tactics right into the beginning of the fight, which is kind of cheesy, but... Okay, so we got it deployed like all over the place, which is fine. At least they're taking in an envelopment, minus 10% weakness. They do have some discipline. We could have a an omen active right now, but I don't actually have enough religious power available. But this is a massacre. We're killing 2 to 1, 2 to 1. Look at those ratios there. That's amazing. So this is where the horse archers just get insane. This guy here attacking Diospolis Micras second Chiliostis. That horse archer there was engaging, like, these guys are all engaging that guy. It's crazy. I love it. During the struggle, 9,000 of our men died. We killed 25,000 of their 50,030 troops. And now we suffer a massive attrition tick. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to group everyone together, and then I'm going to split off into... four equal-sized armies. We will quickly go through and assign some more 10 siege, 10 martial score characters, or 8 if that's all we have. I don't actually have keyboard shortcuts yet to make all this automated. All these clicks, I mean. So we're pretty much tapped on manpower now. Negative war score because of the province of Philistia being unoccupied, which is these 4 provinces here. So let's make sure we're getting those all back. We are. Good. Go back up to speed 5. Kind of sad that my, my assassination didn't really weaken him at all. They have a stronger army, but we have a much better general. That is 37,000 troops. That actually scared him off from doing the fight. Let's July the 10th, 25th, July the 8th. We're locked in this direction. This army looks like a victory. They have no commander at all, so they're probably using shock default. Let's use whatever's strongest we have against shock. Use phalanx there. And then these armies, we ended up fighting a guy who was using envelopment, so I'm wanting to counter Boar. So I guess we'll just stay on shock with this army. Yeah, so phalanx counters shock, and they have no leader. Here, bottleneck counters shock. So he actually used bottleneck. He switched up his tactics. That is an 8 character. I think we should just retreat from this fight, honestly. There's like no, like, they're gonna patch it in the next... The dev diaries were talking about it. Just gonna grab these 2 armies and go to here. And if they were using bottleneck, turtle, you can counter turtle with... I don't have cavalry skirmish yet. Skirmishing slightly counters it. Alright, let's try this. You have 10, you have 10, you have 8. I'm gonna send you 8 and 8. Yeah, you in with 8. Confirm that we're getting the right tactics advantage. Make sure that, since we are, we'll just have both these guys go over to skirmish then as well. Gained the trait victorious. Alright, cool. Okay, we'll get some looting in. Some slaves. If you recall correctly, we had, pretty sure it was 68 pops in the capital. Okay, we are using our 8 guy here. They are using envelopment, so we'll make sure to use the counter to envelopments. Counter Boar, shock is all I've got. And now because our guy has 10, he takes over, and then that makes it so now we have 4% versus their minus 10%, which is a pretty huge advantage. And we got piling, troops to just pile in and reinforce. I think this is going to turn into a pretty good killed to death ratio, although, you know, we're both hurting. To replenish their armies, there is a need for 27,000 manpower for them. It's kind of a lot. To replenish my armies, I need how much? 28,000. They currently recover 291 a month to my 281 a month. So we're about equal, about matched on manpower recovery rate. And if we wanted to, we could just hire mercs. It'll cost us 41 ducats a month. It's kind of a lot. We have captured an enemy. They're just letting me counter him with shock action here. I don't really know why. Okay, we have 18 war score. Andros has low enthusiasm. And Andros is occupied at all? They are subject nations, so we can't separate peace them. So I think they're just sharing enthusiasm based on like the warlord or overlords type stuff. Alright, so for the actual goal for the campaign, we just need Alexandria and that. And this. Needs to be occupied in order to demand it. I mean, we don't want to have distant, disconnected lands, so I think I will probably just kind of conquer stuff standardly. New invention. Crystal expansion change 0.02. That would be quite nice to have. At this point, we might want to just consolidate down to 2 armies. Hey, finally an omen. Okay, so manpower recovery might be worthwhile. Discipline is also great for combat, obviously. We've had none active, and Unrest is manageable at the moment, so I think I'll just do manpower. We've used shock action, which is countered by bottleneck. Unfortunately, I sent in 2 10 martial characters, so I don't think it's going to swap tactics on us. I think what I'll do is just retreat with this army. And then have them come right back. Only that wasn't necessary. That is a lot of troops. 40,879 troops right there. All right. Also have this 15 stack of reinforcements that I've completely forgotten about. So I'm gonna take a short break here. I'll be back in the next episode. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you're enjoying the campaign, and I'll see you again soon. See you in a bit.